bonjour Messi, ça va, j'espère que c'est très très bien. Aujourd'hui, je vous présente le nouvel Dacia Sandero Stepway. Ici en Titica. Beaucoup de merci à Titica avec les personnels très gentils et très sympas ici, tout le temps. Good morning, my friends. How are you? Hope you're all right. And that, so I present to you the new Dacia Sandero Stepway, and new 2026 model Dacia Sandero Stepway. This, you've got to remember, is the most popular car in Europe, and 2/3 of the most of the Dacia Sandero are in the Stepway form, like this thing you see right here. And yeah, so it is what it is. It's a 5-door hatch. It's just a slightly raised ride height compared to the regular model. And yes, hence the term Dacia Sandero Stepway. Yeah, so again, going to give you a nice presentation. We'll do an engine, we'll look at the engine, we'll walk around tour and that, and we'll also do a drive of this. But yeah, here in Paris, it's around about 7 degrees at the moment. It's getting clearer. There's a little bit of hazy cloud still around amongst all the many plane contrails, which is all part of the fun. So yeah, let's go and pop the bonnet. Don't you just love those golden mirror caps? Levers easy to access. So my first time looking under the bonnet. There's the bonnet prop rod. So you've got to bear this in mind. We're doing this in real time. This is the first time I'm looking under here. So where's the area for the prop rod? Not there. Where is it? We'll soon find out, won't we? Not there. It is somewhere. We will find it. We will find it. We're up there. There it is. Right there's got the arrow, which is faintly marked out with the paint, with the primer. You see how? I mean, you can see that the exterior colour's white and that, but notice how that should keep the costs down in that by having just all unpainted or just primed sections. This is all just grey primer, as you can see. And you look around the under bonnet area and that, you can see all the sealer and that, which is unpainted over. And that, and have a look at the firewall. Look where the brake booster is. That's only just in raw steel, and the sealer behind that is all unpainted as well. And they've managed to include some insulation into the price. And that same over here on this left strut tower. Plenty of coolant, yeah, it's all up to spec. We'll do an oil check as well. Yep, all brand new oil, as we can see on the dipstick, and it's clear. Yeah, so this is the 1 litre 3-cylinder engine, 1 litre 3-cylinder turbo engine, and it makes 81 kilowatts of power and 200 newton meters of torque. Be interesting to compare this to the Citroen C3 that I've had, even the Citroen C4 Cactus. But there's even some underbonnet insulation in this too, which is quite a surprise. And you can see where the car was delivered 13th of March 2026. It's only 10 days ago. But yeah. But yes, as I keep saying, it's easy to see where Dacia keeps the cost down. Look at that. It's where it was a cut and shut job for the car, 2 different colours. That's all in situ. Go. I've got all these roof rails and that too. We'll come to a couple of those in a moment. This is the front passenger area, as you can see. So TT car and that, all these cars generally have floor mats as standard, no matter which car provider you go with, whether it be Peugeot, Citroen or Renault Dacia in the case here. And, you can see where they use hard plastics onto the door trims and that. Not the most best of finish, not the best of build quality, as you can see. Plenty of scratchy plastics. No auto up and down windows in this one. Well, they've got door pockets and whatever else, even though they're small, but they do the job. So yeah, basic seat adjustments and that. That's as far back as it goes. Might not be ideal for your taste. That's as far back as it goes. Might just be enough and no more. No seat height adjustment either. But there is a lever to adjust the backrest, of course. Probably about there. No seat belt, no B-pillar seat belt adjustment and that, so where the seat belt anchor is as it stands is where it stays. It stays in that one position. And of course there's no steering wheel on this side, it's on my favourite side. And it's nice and square. And that's the glove box there, as you can see. And this is, there you go, they've got the little bloody owner's manual, there's an Allen key in there. If you want to mess around with a few things, and there's a Torx key there as well. Again, this is the first time I've seen all this. Glove box stretches back a fair way though. All the way into that, like so. That's the depth of the glove box as it goes towards the firewall. That's the what's the name there. It's got the U-clip function if you want to stick a phone in there. There you go. How's that? There's a U-clip function. I don't know where all the points are. There's one right there. So say for example, if you wanted to put the phone there, or whatever. Probably have to be here. The U-clip. I'll have to study how that one works. Well, that's okay. Not entirely sure. Again, work in progress. Renault's U-clip system. But yeah, you've got your power socket down here and that. There's your 12-volt power socket right there. That looks like a hill descent control of some sort. USB-Cs, 6-speed manual box, and this has got wiring charging, so I've been told. And there's an electric parking brake down here. There we go. Cheers. Air vents work. Sun visors. At least that should offer you a vanity mirror, I guess, which is something. Let's see if I ugly face on that. Grab handles, but they don't retract. And of course the glove box is all hard plastic. Sorry, the dash is all hard plastic. Control. Yeah. It's almost like they use like a neoprene material for the intersection of the seats. And the same thing goes with the rear doors as well. They use these hard plastics of that. You can see where they keep the cost down, the hard edge plastics. Let's see if I can sit behind myself in the back and I've adjusted the front passenger seat for me. This is going to be the old acid test. Headroom's passable. Oh, it's going to be a tight fit. Oh yeah. That's me now behind where I've set the seat myself as far back as it goes. That's quite a tight fit. My knees are up against the seat back and that. No armrest, no rear vents, but they have the Renault U-clip system, so you can stick any of those sorts of accessories you can buy from a Renault dealer. There's also the power socket, a USB-C here as well. Now the key acid test is to get out. Now, try the door. Oh yeah, it's going to be an acrobatic achievement. Not too bad once you're out though. It's cold, I think they do. I don't really have much experience with this. They do fold as such, as you can see. They've got that really big lip. Really big lip. There you go. So that's folding the rear seats in the Dacia Sandero Stepway. You've got this huge lip, like so, probably around about a good 10 centimetres. But again, you can see where they keep the costs down when you look at the parcel shelf and that, and you see all the rough edges and whatever else. Same over here too. You see where they keep all the costs down. And you look in the boot area and that, if you can see where the boot area that is. You see where the tailgate is. It's only got to get the garnish only extends to the centre section, it doesn't go out to the sides. And all these areas are unpainted with no garnishes. This one's very loose. This one's quite tight on. It just needs to be refitted and that. Oh well, Moroccan build quality. La qualité est très mauvaise. Mais le prix est bon marché, but the price is very good. Seat belts. Yeah, they always use cheap items and that, even like where the seatbelt guides are and that. They use the finest grade of plastic available to mankind. The carpets, the chair, that wet seat material, something else. Here's the boot space and that, there's the tailgate. Yeah, so the dollars must have run out, so this is where the dollar limit was, the edges of this garnish here, and these areas remain uncovered, like so. Around here is all uncovered. You see the exposed plastic area, the surround, those areas. But yeah, same thing with keeping the costs down. And that. I mean, boot space appears to be okay for this sort of colour and that. Seems to be okay. Your usual gilet jaune, yellow vest, and the triangle. A triangle, the triangle. So I'll put that up there. But yeah, you can see it right here. See how they keep the cost down. There's nothing that's covered. You see the exposed sealer. And that's well fitting, but it's not. And that section is also exposed too. So probably more in line with Skid Row than Savoy, right? But oh well, you get my drift. But amazingly enough, it does have a space saver spare tyre. So once we pull up this St Vincent de Paul boot floor, so I can get it. That's if we can get it up. That sounds really sus though, doesn't it? We can get it up. There you go. And carefully manoeuvre that out. That's just, yeah, it's just recycled back of that, yeah. It's all recycled plastics. Like many cars that utilise recycled plastics and that. Putting this trunk load floor assembly. And of course there's the space saver spare tyre, so we're lucky we don't need tyre plugs. I was thinking this was going to have a can of tyre inflator or something like that. Right there. We'll have to work out what that's for after. But yeah, you see where everything's all Skid Row rather than Savoy Row. All the fitment. And a high boot floor. If you can fit the boot floor in, it is. Not best of fitments really. I mean, you look at it, that's the high boot floor. And you can have the, so you could probably put a full size spare in this, you know. I think the boot floor would be pretty high like so. Reduce your luggage capacity. Soon find out how good it is. And you can have the lower boot floor set it a bit lower if possible, if that's at all possible. That's a big if. There we go. And that's setting it down like so right there. So while we're at it, let's have a look at the manure test. Oh, here, eh? Makes sense, doesn't it? For the review. I reckon I might have to put some in the back seat, I think. So there's my suitcase, my American Tourister, my At Flight 5. Probably two suitcases, probably yours. Let's have a look. I don't know.
Reverse them.
Aye.
Reverse them and see if it works.
Let's see. I'll put yours down the bottom. Let's try it. Might as well stand them both up if I can.
Not
Might not
quite.
be able to, I don't think.
No.
We'll try. Nothing to lose, eh?
The shelf.
Parcel shelf is probably going to be the hindrance, I think. Oh no, closes. Does close.
They're in? So the
cabin bags.
cabin bag. I don't think so.
Maybe in the might.
Maybe.
It's a might though. The wheel's going to be the deciding factor.
No.
If I take that out.
It's like Tetris.
It is just like packing my Mazda MX-5, but there might be, I might be able to. So that's that fully in there now. So yours would probably go on the back seat, I think. Are you watching this, peoples? I sincerely hope you are. Keep our audience entertained, eh? With my shitty voice and my bad presentation skills. And my bad French.
You probably put that.
Oh, that's just
Down there.
yeah, they'll talk about that. Watch your head down.
There you go.
We can make it work, and that can go into the back seat area or one of the footwells. I don't think it's going to go behind yours.
It depends. Otherwise, it'll just sit on the back seat.
I think so.
Lay it flat.
So it's in the back seat. That'd be a safer option. Even just sitting
Yep,
there for now.
just like, yeah.
There you go, and bear in mind I have not adjusted the seat for myself yet, so this is going to be the acid test. Again, you can see that there's no belt anchor adjustments available. This has got the so-called innovative roof racks too, this is what I wanted to talk about. It has been measured in a few circles. Build quality's average, the gaps are okay. Probably needs another buff though. You can tell there's a bit of contamination on the paint when you rub your fingers over the top, so it's going to need another buff. There's a system you can use with these, but I don't know how it works. You can use the roof rack system, and you can turn the roof rails around like so. I'll have to study that up on it. There you go. That's where there's a T. That's where you've got a T30 T torque socket bolt there. This might be another version because you've got two bloody Torx bolts, so they'll have to be, I'd say they'd have to be undone. That's why the bloody Torx key's in the glove box. You see there's a shark fin antenna, those sorts of things. What a contamination of paint. Run your finger across that.
Oh yeah.
Everything seems to be fitting together
It's
okay.
like eggshell.
Aye.
It's like eggshell.
Pretty much, yeah. These bloody proper buff. It's everywhere. My bet is this has come straight from Morocco, where it's been made in. Bear in mind, this car's made in Morocco, in Tangier, Tangier in English. And I think it's going to need another buff to be properly pre-delivered. Here. At least all the doors closed. Probably there's no hindrance like that. On the face of it, the build quality is probably a bit better than the C3 capture system. Caps are okay, and they're not too Japanese levels. Of course, we've seen the engine. To unlock. And of course, and that's to lock. That's the boot release. No. Oh yeah, that's for like a follow me home function with the lights. LEDs look nice enough, and it's got the driving lights illuminated too. I guess there's only one way to find out what we do from here, isn't it? And that's to go for a drive. And I get to see how bad my driving is. Left-hand drive. I've still got to adjust the seat and that and everything. Yeah, so I've got the seat all set for myself and that. And it does, surprisingly, it does have telescopic adjustment on the steering. I was expecting that to be an optional extra or not available at all, see? So that's the amount of tilt it has. And the amount of telescopic adjustment it has. So out towards me and towards the dash. It's got 12 kilometres on the odometer. So record that. 12 Ks. Okay. 12 volt battery, start engine. We'll get that going. Okay, so close that door. So yeah, so that's the way the cookie crumbles. Key fob on there, it's in the cup holder. Yes, key fob. So let's see how it goes. Neutral, clutch is disengaged. I hit the start button and hey, it starts right off. What do you know? Let's see how you want to connect to Apple CarPlay. No, I don't. No. Okay, climate control because it's a bit warm in here. I want it on high, it'll be roasting in here. Wants to go down to the slow 16.5, so temperature range of goes up to 26 is the highest. That'd be 6 to so low of 16 to a high of 26. It's not bloody facelift, but I don't want it on the screen. It's on recirculating. Okay, so we'll set the mirrors. I see where all the controls are. We've got headlight adjustment down here. You can't see it though from where you are. Yep, controls, pretty straightforward because you've got the gamut of window controls, the full window controls here. No, it's got auto down and up. Don't believe it. No, but not on any of the others. So near side rear, no. Off side rear, no. So auto down and auto up is only on the driver's window. The others are just manual up, manual down, or powered manual up, powered manual down. So we adjust the mirrors. So you like my Moroccan built car, my dear?
It's alright.
What's wrong with it? Beautiful car. Most popular car in Europe. So how many Europeans are on? How many? Okay, so with here, so navigation, according to that's 24 degrees Celsius, but I don't think that's correct at the moment. Fasten seatbelts.
No.
Indicators on the left, as you expect. Push forward for high beam. Avenue, no prizes for guessing where we're going. Avenue des Champs-Élysées, 25 k's away from here. So we won't do this in a whole video, we'll do my favourite roundabout in a second. Galen's going to get too bloody sore otherwise on that. And as you can see on here, Avenue des Champs-Élysées, turn around, Avenue des Champs-Élysées. The sun's pretty bright in a second. That's where it is, located on the map. So where are we? So we go up to here. There you go, everybody. No prizes for guessing what that is. That's my favourite driving roundabout, and that's where we're going to be heading. So again, as I said, I'll do a bit of a drive around here, around the precinct of Les Menil-la-Malot, which is pretty close to here. And yeah, so we're going to have a look. Okay, so we're going to set that. Heading north, Rue Eugene Poubelle, everyone. So Rue Eugene, so Poubelle, what does Poubelle mean in English? It means garbage can or trash can. So yeah, 31 k's, 54 minutes, so there's a couple of traffic periods. So yeah, so this is a 6-speed manual gearbox. Regular Dacia Sandero's only have a 5, which is quite a surprise. So there's first, second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth gear. 6th, 5th, 4th, it's going to have to be bedded into, it's a bit sticky. 3rd, 2nd and 1st, and there's a lift up collar to obtain reverse, which is parallel to first gear. So lift up the collar, over to the left and neutral, up into reverse. There you are, there's a reversing camera. Has trajectory, don't believe it when you turn the wheel. That's nice. Personally, I would have preferred better build quality though than trajectory. Okay, so that's the way the cookie crumbles. So as I said, this has got an electric parking brake. So there's clutch, brake, throttle, potentially heel throttle, heel and toe. No tachometer. I don't see one. Anyways, so first gear, release the electric parking brake. So which way do we go? So obviously you can't go that way, so it's turn right. So apply a touch of throttle as the clutch is lifted. Straight out that gate. Sortie, which means exit in English.
Now turn left and then turn left. Now turn left.
Merci d'avancer
Now
jusqu'à
turn
la
left and
barrière.
then turn right.
Could you hear that, everybody? Merci d'avancer jusqu'à la barrière. So thank you for advancing until the barrier. There you go. So
now turn left.
And we have a stop
Now
sign
turn
over here.
right.
There we go. Stop. There we go. So, stop. Stop. There
In
we go.
150 meters at
Up
the
in the second
roundabout,
gear.
take the first exit onto Road in New York.
Easy gearbox to modulate. Second to third. Clutch throttle. Up to the balance point.
At the roundabout, take the first exit.
Yep, to the A1 auto route. It's like we're back home, isn't it? What do you think?
Now take the exit.
Hmm? There we go. And away we go again in the third gear.
In 300 meters, use the right-hand lane and turn right.
That's it, sure. It was set beautifully. Easy gearbox to modulate. What side of the road do I stay on? I'm getting scared. The second gear. And
You're a dog.
yeah, so 50 metres we turn right
Now
towards
turn
Aragar
right.
10F, towards Aero Station T9. So the 12 volt battery chargers. This must be the mild hybrid. They must have mild hybrid capabilities in these.
At the roundabout, take the second exit.
So we've got to turn left at this roundabout. Yep. Terminal 12, Rossi Pole. There we go. So which way it's taking me? There we go, he's waiting for us, which he's supposed to. No. So this is, no, it's correct. That's right, yes,
Now
right,
take the
opposite the
exit.
Ibis. I should know, so how many times have I fucking been here? Should know this, shouldn't I?
With me, this is 5.
For you, yes, me, it's been how many more? 7 or whatever it is. So yeah, so get us to move over into the centre
In
lane.
800 meters, keep left.
And the A, of course, in learner in provisional cars, A stands for amateur. For those that don't know, have a look at all the planes are EasyJets here too. And that, so 550 metres towards Paris. Yeah, Cergy Pontoise. So I'll head on to the A1, which takes us into Paris and
In
also
300
Lille.
meters, keep left.
That's all right. Another thing you've got to watch here, of course, are speed cameras. That's the other thing. Their controls
Now
automatic.
keep left.
Cergy Pontoise. So yeah, so far the Dacia
In
Sandero
800
proves to
meters,
be
use the 2 left-hand lanes and keep left.
very comfortable. No, it does have a tachometer. You just got to go through the bloody different screen options. So there you go, everybody. It does have a tachometer. Appears to be redlined at 5,000 RPM. This is the station where we fill it coming up on the right hand side. This Total Energies one. Towards Paris.
In 300 meters, use the 2 left-hand lanes and keep left.
€1.99. There you are, people. €1.99 for petrol, 95 RON. So just over $3 a litre at the moment here.
Now keep left.
Certainly performs sprightly enough in the 1 litre with the turbo as the turbo starts boosting away. Yeah, so this
Follow
takes us
the
right.
course of the road for the next 3 kilometers.
This takes us right into Paris. There you go. 2.9 k's on L'Autoroute du Nord. A1. So there you go. Little Dacia coming at you. Going up into 5th. Yeah, so far it seems to be that it rides well enough for the role. Does seem to be comfortable. And that. A few little undulations here. But the acid test is when we start taking it around Europe and that's seeing how far we can get up into Scandinavia. That's probably the biggest acid test of all by far, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Probably have to get snow chains, I think, if we go up into Norway. Bicentennial of the Declaration of the Rights of Citroens and others. There you go. Couple of plastic moo-moos. It's a 90 zone here anyway. Don't want to go super fast. Paris, man la vallée,
saw it on those overhead.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. That's where you, just like you said. So the
In 1
signs for
kilometre, take the
Sarcelle
ramp.
are in close proximity to us here. They'll seem to have a bloody lane keeping assist function. You can just feel a little tug on the steering wheel. If you move over to an edge line or something, so if I get to the, see it's starting to pull me back into the lane, even though I'm not on the edge line yet. So when I study the functions up of this, I'll work out how to disable those sorts of things. New Peugeot 208.
In 400 meters, use the 2 left-hand lanes and take the ramp onto A1 till Saint-Denis.
Saint-Denis, that's Sarcelle. Yeah. Paris onto Port de Marchapelle.
Now take the ramp onto A1 till Saint-Denis.
Saint-Denis. That's a bit like calling penis penny, isn't it? A couple of mates of mine over the years with the name of,
Penny,
with the names
In
Dennis,
400 meters, continue straight on
and
A1.
they used to get. This is where section of regulated speed, section à vitesse régulière, section of regulated speed.
Now
French.
continue straight on A1.
The French have been trying to cut down on bloody excessive speed here and that for some
Continue on
time.
A1 for 8 kilometers.
But even when you compare this to Australia and that, things are still more liberal. Even when you've got 130k speed limits if you're heading north on the A1 and that. But here you're getting into 110 zone, 70 kilometre, 110 k's. That's about 115, not quite 120. So there's a small tolerance of 5% for speeds greater than 90 k's over the limit here. And that. They're still a bit hazy around, isn't they?
Yes.
That's the thing. So kilometres. It's one of the new bloody Suzukis. Around 115, won't go super fast. Of course, we've still got to assess this car for top speed and that when we take it to Germany and whatever else. Why reservoir? Oh shit, that means reserve lanes. I'll have to study that up. Too fast either. That's alright. Just overtake what's the name over here. 110 rappel, recall, reminder. So there you go. But yeah, no, so far so good with the Dacia Sandero and that. Obviously I haven't challenged it or anything. It's only early stages from the airport and that. But we'll see how it goes over time. That's the thing, more than anything else. Mesamond.com. Yes. We'll work out what we're going to do when we get to my favourite roundabout. So this is a little bit of a drive-in. So what we might do, still a bit of light traffic, and that's still flowing okay around 110 k's. And that, so these areas are far from the 130 zones though. So yeah, so we'll still got some case up 21 kilometres to go. So what we might do is we'll resume the video when we get closer into the centre of France or maybe the peripheric area and let you know how we go. So I'm going to love you and leave you on that note. So I will do another video very shortly. Comme maintenant, au revoir, bonne journée, and peace out. And I love my Dacia Sandero Stepway. Old Dacia coming at you. These cameras up here. He knows how to use these signals, as you can see. He knows how to give way at the appropriate time. These cameras up here are average speed cameras. So yeah. Bouchon means blockage. It's 1700 metres, so traffic blocked. So traffic jam. Talk to you after. Be good.